Hi beautiful plant people, welcome back. 343 days later, let's do an update on the plants I purchased back in May 2024. And in no particular order, I am showing you the 8 plants, right? Eight plants that I purchased from North Shore Tropicals. First up is my Hoya Wilbur Graves China, and you can see that it's grown into this lovely beauty. When I first got it, it was just probably 2 or 3 leaves on it, and it's grown into this lovely beauty. I may think about putting it on a trellis, or maybe I'll just let it trail, but it is, it's growing quite well. The original leaves, I haven't had any pests, and it continues to grow, and it is still in the same substrate. I have not repotted it since I received it, but this is the update. My Hoya Wilbur Graves China. Second, we have my sad Anthurium Forgettii. Yes, my sad Anthurium Forgettii. As soon as I got it, the leaves started to turn yellow. I did not cut the leaves off because they didn't completely die back. And now that I'm looking at it, I actually think there might be some new growth coming. You can see a little bit of a hump there. I hope that this is catching it, but there is just the slightest little bump there, and you see maybe from this side you can see a little bit better. Yeah, I think there is a new growth that's coming. So good thing I did not cut these leaves back, because there is some new growth there. It still has healthy roots, because now I can see there is new growth there. So I will keep you updated to see whether or not there's actually new growth that's coming up. So yes, plant number 2 is my Anthurium Forgettii. Plant number 3 is also an Anthurium. It is my Anthurium Pallidiflorum, and you can see now it only has the one leaf, and it's a small one. This is the petiole from the old leaf, and I believe when I got it there were 2 pretty long ones, probably maybe almost a foot long, and 2. This new growth came in, one died back, and then shortly after that, this one died back. But I can see here that there is some new growth coming in. And you have to remember too, we are just coming out of winter. It's just newly spring. So we're gonna see hopefully a lot of new growth coming during, especially the growing season, this summer, spring and summer, and into fall. So I can see there are 2 growth points there. 2 new growth points. Let's see if I can get close enough. Yeah, there are 2 new growth points coming in there. So hopefully for the spring and summer, we'll get some good growth, and I will share an update. So yes, my Anthurium Pallidiflorum number 3 is, I'd say it's making a comeback. So I will keep you updated and see how that goes. Plant number 4 is one of my favorites, and hopefully one of your favorites. It is the Philodendron Florida Beauty. Ooh, look at all the new growth. So pretty much I think from here is all the growth that happened in the winter time, and you can see that the leaves are a bit smaller. The leaves are smaller because of, and I think it's because of, it didn't get as much sunlight as it would have gotten in the summertime. And you can see the bigger leaves, which occurred in the summer, in the height of growing season are a lot bigger and have a little bit more variegation. But now that we are in spring going into summer, we will see how this grows. I don't think I'm gonna actually put it on a moss pole or anything like that. I just wanna kind of have it hanging loose. I may give it a little bit of support just so it doesn't topple over, get top heavy, and I don't want to break it. But yeah, this is in really great shape. My lovely Philodendron Florida Beauty. And yeah, you can see it's very wobbly, but also stable in a way. And then it's getting some new growth there. So my lovely Philodendron Florida Beauty. Isn't she a beauty? It's doing really well, really, really well. So I will share some updates of this as it grows in the summer. So that is my Florida Beauty. Next up, and plant number 5 is my Philodendron Florida Ghost. Is looking okay. I think this was a mid-cutting propagation. So when I first got it, it had a piece there. There's a little piece here, and then we have this long piece. So but there are a lot of new growth points that are coming out. You can see as well that some of the newer leaves are smaller, and it's probably because of the lack of light, and it's not necessarily as ghosty looking as the older, larger leaves. I'm thinking that it will, same thing, will need some more sunlight so that you can really see that kind of ghosty coloring effect on it. Yeah, so I did, this stem here was actually rotted off. And you can see probably here, that's where it had rotted off. But I checked it, it's still firm, so it's not, I don't believe it's root rot or anything like that. It probably just, I don't know. Any guesses? You can let me know what you think. But yeah, there is a lot of new growth coming. So hopefully, like the other plants, once we get out of once we get into more daylight, more sunlight, we'll see, hopefully the leaves will get bigger, and yeah, we'll get more of that graying, ghosting effect on the leaves. So yes, this is my Philodendron Florida Ghost. And plant number 6 is the Philodendron Glad Hands. And you may remember from an update that I did in December, this part of the stem had broke, and now it's starting to die back. So I will probably have to cut this off. This is the newest growth here, and there is another growth point right there. Other than that, it looks good. I actually repotted this one. It's in the substrate, the Mineral Magic Mix from Crystal Star Nursery, and you can see that it's growing well. It's got a good, healthy root system, and yeah, this is my Philodendron Glad Hands, looking good. The roots, you can see there, it's doing quite well. I have to be careful so that the substrate actually does not fall out to the top of the pot. Yeah, so doing really well. And this is the newest growth. It's still quite soft. It still needs to harden off. And we do have another growth point there. So yes, my Philodendron Glad Hands. And My seventh plant is an anthurium. So my Anthurium Silver Blush, same thing. It's still in its nursery pot and nursery mix that it came in, or from the vendor. This looks like this newest, no, this is one of the older growth points. Yeah, this is an older leaf, it's dying back. This is the newest one here. I can't remember actually how many leaves it had, but it is growing, and I believe also there is new growth coming there as well, I think. But yeah, same thing. It's Anthurium Silver Blush is coming back after a long dark winter, and I think we're actually might be losing this one as well. This is probably one of the oldest ones. So this one's starting to turn yellow. This one is already turned yellow, but the new growth, the younger growth ones still look pretty good. Or maybe this one is okay. And actually, this one actually might be okay. It might just be the way the sunlight is through it that it looks like it's a little yellow. But yeah, this is the state. This is where it is today, day 343 of my plant haul from May of 2024. This is the update on my Anthurium Silver Blush. Looking good, no pests, no issues. Still in its nursery pot with the same, still in the pot, still in the cup, and the nursery soil that it came with. Looking good. And you can see there is no plant in my hand. It is my Anthurium Luxurians, which I no longer have. That it just kind of succumbed to its fate. I'm not sure what happened. I don't think it was root rot, because when I took the roots and the stem of the Anthurium were still hard, it wasn't mushy at all, and there was no distinct smell in the roots. So I'm not sure either. It seemed to look like it was drying out. I'll insert a picture on the screen. I really don't know what happened. It just kind of like dried up and shriveled up. I don't have much experience with Anthuriums, particularly Anthuriums Luxurians. That was my first plant, so I was looking forward to seeing that grow. I may get another Anthurium Luxurians probably in the next couple of months. I just want to see what I can find and see what the price points are. But yes, so I no longer have my Anthurium Luxurians, to replace that one that I no longer have. So that is the update on my plant haul from May 2024. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Peace.